discuss the summary of the lesson The Snake and the Mirror by Vaikam Muhammad Bashir. It is the story of a doctor who has just started his medical practice. He earns a meager income and lives in a small rented room, which is an outhouse with a tiled roof. The beam on which the gable is supported is full of rats which keep moving in and out of the room. The room has no electricity supply. One summer night, the doctor went outside to have his dinner. He couldn't afford a grand living style as he was not very rich. After having his dinner, he returned to his room. As he opens the door of his room, he hears a noise from above, but he does not react because he is used to such noises made by the rats. As the room was not electrified, he soon lighted the kerosene lamp after getting inside. Then he took off his coat, the only one he had, and his shirt and vest to hang on the wall. Then he opened the window to get some fresh air. It was summertime and he was feeling the heat in his room. He then takes out the medical book from the table drawer to read. There was a lamp, a large mirror, and a small comb kept on the table. He opens the medical book and sits down to read it. Meanwhile, his attention turns to the reflection on the mirror. He identified that he looks more handsome while he smiles. He decides to keep a mustache and to shave daily. He felt proud that he was a doctor and a bachelor. He felt that he should look handsome for getting a better match. Gradually, his thought shifted from self-admiration to planning for his marriage. He decides to marry a rich lady doctor having a good practice. He also wanted her to be fat so that she could not chase him if he commits some mischief. Suddenly, he hears a thud sound at the back of his chair. It happens so instantly that he does not get any time to react. By the time he turns around to see, a snake has wriggled over the back of the chair and lands on his shoulders. It coils around his left arm so firmly that his arms start aching. He was so terrified with fear that he sat like a stone statue. It was a dangerous cobra with its hood spreading out hardly 3 inches away from his face. He was afraid to move lest the snake may bite him. He started thinking about the various medicines he had to take in case the snake bites him. He realized that there were no medicines available with him as he was a poor, struggling doctor. In this moment of fear of death, he realized that God has punished him for being too proud and arrogant. He felt utterly helpless. Suddenly, the snake turns its head and looks into the mirror. He thought that maybe the snake is attracted towards its own beauty, and that is why it is looking so carefully at the mirror. Slowly, the snake crawls off his body and creeps onto the table and moves towards the mirror, as if to enjoy its reflection on the mirror closely. It looked like the snake was enjoying its majestic beauty just like the doctor did a few moments ago. As soon as the snake gets down from him, he quietly gets up from the chair, leaps through the yard and runs away to his friend's house to save his life. The next day, in the morning, the doctor along with his friends goes to his room to bring out his belongings from there. But they were all surprised to see that the room has been cleaned out. Some thief had removed most of his things the previous night and left behind only his dirty vest, maybe to insult him. Thank you for your patience.